Hi everybody, how are we all doing? Feels weird that it's only Wednesday. Hope everybody's well anyway. And I hope everyone's having good fun, even though it's Wednesday. Yeah, I've just gotten back from Mum's again. It's been nice spending a couple of days with her, to be honest with you. You know, just to be able to just sit and chill and, you know, just, yeah, you know, because like after everything what happened on Monday, you know, and then like a little bit of uncertainty over the past couple, you know, like yesterday and today. You know, it's just been nice to have a bit of familial comfort. Oh, and one of my housemates, he's got an application for me for a job which I'm going to be filling out tomorrow when he gets home, which again will be good and nice and lovely, because he's not home tonight, so I shouldn't be able, so we can't, so it, and he's not got the stuff to give me or something. You know, he's got to get it from his HR tomorrow. On Devon, under from a Hi people, how are we all tonight? How's everybody this fine Wednesday evening? What have you all been up to today? What have you all been up to today? Hope you're all good. I hope you're all doing well. Are there any more self-isolators at the moment? Because this is all I'm seeing on Facebook. And that schools are closing, like, as of, like, after school on Friday. You know, the schools are then going to be closed for however long. You know, and there are a lot more businesses working from home, or, you know, just cutting back on hours as much as possible, and, you know, not letting people sit in and eat, and, you know, like restaurants and stuff. Like, I've got a date on Friday night, which should be good fun. Yeah, going to Salford for it. Gonna go and have some tapas, I think. Hope he isn't bothered that I don't drink anyway, like the last guy. He didn't see the point in me not drinking, you know, and it was just like, well, you know, yes, it is my choice that I don't drink, but, you know, apparently there's something wrong with someone when it's by choice that they don't drink alcohol. And weird enough as it is, I don't need alcohol thrown into the mix, to be honest. How are you all? You all had a good day? Yeah, I just thought I'd stream from a car again, because as usual, better signal out here than it is in the house. Thanks for the like. Has anyone been up to anything fun recently? Has anybody been having a good time? Who's been having fun anyway? Yeah, so like my stream earlier was a bit of a short one, but I'm fully registered for me to start at this company next week, for me to be a 111 operator. That's just a temporary role, which is going to be for about 12 weeks, maybe longer, but at least it's 12 weeks worth of money coming in, and you know, just to be able to get stuff coming in really, which is a good bonus. You know, it's just, you know, it gives me a 12-week reprieve, you know, to be able to find something permanent. And I'll be filling in an application form for one of my housemates' places as well, which should be good. You know, to be able to get that done and to be able to get that up and running as well, you know, so that should be good. But I'm looking forward to this role that I'm starting next week, you know, no matter how short term it is. Because when I was speaking to my recruiter today, it was something, you know, he just said, look, you know, it is as minute. Thanks for the likes, guys. You know, it's going to be a bare minimum of 12 weeks regardless of anything. But it could go on longer because the UK itself hasn't hit its peak yet, you know, in regards to coronavirus, etc. You know, so it is something that, you know, that like I said, it could be 12 weeks, it could be 24 weeks, we don't know yet, but like I said, it is something that, you know, that it is work and it is paid weekly, so, you know, so that should help balance me out a little bit more, and it's not too bad pay, to be honest with you. You know, it's an alright hourly rate, you know, and yeah, it is 6 days, you know, it is 6 days work, you know, I'm working 6 days a week, so I only just get 1 day off a week, but, you know, but though again, it's 8 hours a day. But though within that 8 hours, you get an hour's lunch break. So you're only physically working for 7. It's 15 minutes walk each way for me, so I won't be needing to drive Phoebe as much. You know, so I'll be saving more money effectively, you know, because I won't be paying for fuel, which is great, you know, because it was costing me about. It was costing me about between £40 and £50 a week, you know, just mainly for work and just a couple of other, you know, just like, you know, for me to go shopping each week and stuff, you know, like, yeah, so literally just like 1 to 2 trips a week to the supermarket and then to work every day, you know, it's been, and depending on, you know, how much fuel was costing at the time, between £40 and £50 a week, you know, now it's going to be about 60 quid a month, if that, you know, so that should be good. You know, so that is definitely, hi Lee, how are you, buddy? You know, so that's a good thing as well. You know, so I'll be saving a bit more from that, so I can be putting that to one side for when I do then start you know, not a full-time job, I'm doing a full-time job, but when I start a permanent job, and if I do have to drive a bit further afield for it again, at least with that, you know, like I said, I've got money put aside ready for that first month, you know, from when I go from weekly pay to monthly again. I'm good, thanks. I'm doing a lot better now. You know, now that I've got a job starting next week. I'm gonna be a temporary 111 operator. So if any of you call starting after the middle of next week, you might end up speaking to me on the phone. You know, because there's so many people calling up in regards to coronavirus and what have you. You know, the normal standard team, they aren't able to meet the targets, you know, because there's just so many extra calls, which is why, you know, my recruiter's company has been able to score this deal, you know, to be able to get extra people on the phone line, you know, to be able to answer them. And I have said to him, you know, if it does carry on longer or what have you, you know, or even if there might, you know, thanks, Lee, you know, there might potentially be, you know, a more permanent role, you know, if I excel at this, which I'm going to try my damned hardest to, you know, there should be a very good chance that I'll be able to, you know, in the future apply for it, because at least I can then pop it on my CV, you know, to say when there was the overflow in regards to COVID-19, I did work via this recruitment company that I'm doing, and, you know, and I'm, you know, but though, like I said, I've got to get through my first week first. What have you been up to anyway, Lee? Yeah, so tomorrow I've got a plan of going to, because my gym's still open for now. For now, that could change overnight. But I'm going to go and hit the gym for a couple of hours tomorrow. And then I'm going to get home. Might even run myself a bath. I've not done that in forever. And then just have a nice lazy afternoon and night. Because now it's definite that I'm starting next Monday. I'm on a bit of a stress come down, if you know what I mean, you know, because I've been kind of a bit keyed up there, you know, because it's just like, I can't not have a job, I can't sit idle, you know, I cannot sit idle, because like last year when my contract finished for the job in Bolton, before I started the role in Kirkham, you know, the data analyst role, I was waiting on for 6 weeks, you know, because I just couldn't not work, you know. I like I said, I can't sit idle for very long. And, you know, like yesterday was going around recruitment agencies, going around, you know, just banging my CV in anywhere, you know, and then like today was getting registered, you know, for payroll and what have you. And I can actually breathe, you know, because I know that stuff can take a while to come through and kick in, and, you know, and everything else really. You know, so by my birthday in the middle of June, you know, I should have another permanent job really. Or a better idea of how much longer, you know, this one's going to last for, which I'm looking forward to. You know, I am really looking forward to this job next week. I am really looking forward to it. Because I get to talk for a living. I get paid to talk on the phone. And I know it is going to be fast paced, you know, with the sheer amount of calls coming through and everything else. But it should be great. You know, you know, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. You know, and plus again, it's so close to home. You know, it's a 15-minute walk. And even in like rubbish rainy weather, you know, I'll just make sure I set off a bit earlier and just jump on the bus, because it's right near the bus station. And, you know, so again, for that, you know, because I'll be saving so much money and time as well, you know, because it's a half-hour travelling each day all in, rather than almost 2 hours driving. You know, 2 hours drive, you know, it's a half-hour walk all in compared to up to, you know, depending on traffic, up to 2 hours each day. You know, you know, I'll be able to, because the shifts that I'm being put on are 8 till 4. So that's, you know, so that should be, you know, quite a nice bonus as well. You know, but like I'm just being able to breathe easy this afternoon, and, you know, it's just less stress, less pressure, and, You know, just knowing that I do have a job to walk into, because I should get my final pay from this job from the job that I finished on Monday next Friday, and then the following Friday, that's when my weekly pay starts in from this new one. So, you know, it's like that. So that, you know, so that's an extra added bonus. You know, because whatever's then left over from my bills and from my bills and what have you. From paying out from this monthly pay, I'll just be able to bang to one side, you know, and just keep that as pure savings, you know, for when this, you know, for like I said, when this does, and if I don't have something up, you know, to start straight away afterwards, or, you know, or even again to help carry me over, you know, up until I can get my first pay back again, you know, my first monthly pay and what have you. It's, you know, it's a tricky climate, you know, for almost anything, you know, never mind this COVID-19, you know, jobs, you know, in any kind of specialty, you know, in any kind of specialised area, kind of hard to, you know, to combine stuff, you know, and there's always casual labour, there's always casual work and temp work going on, you know, for covering. But you know, but finding something permanent which you're skilled in, you know, as well, you know, something that you're kind of gunning for, it is hard. And my hat's off to people, you know, who are jumping from job to job because there might be temporary roles or fixed contract roles, or you know, and stuff like that. Really, you know, like I said, it is difficult. You know, but it's just, yeah, you know, 'cause I have been lucky, I have been fortunate, I know that, but I'm grateful for it. You know, I am grateful for employers taking chances on me and stuff like that. How is everybody anyway? How are you? How are we? How the bloody devil are you? Yeah, I've managed to fall on my feet so I don't have to think about what stuff I've got to potentially sell, and you know, just about keeping afloat, and you know, and what things I need to cancel, you know, because if I hadn't got this job almost straight away, I would have phoned up EE, because that's who my phone contracts with, you know, to phone up them just to potentially see about, you know, what could be done, you know, about cutting my phone down, you know, cutting my phone bill down, because I'm contracted. You know, and it's a fixed 24-month contract because I've got the phone through it. And you know, but like I say, it's just about cutting that down and what have you, and you know, and I would have had to have cancelled my gym membership, you know, because that is a luxury expense. You know, it's not, you know, it's not a compulsory one like my rent. You know, and then like the next thing to go would have been my car, you know, because at least then I would have then been able to cancel my insurance, which then is less money going out each month, and then making profit, you know, well, not profit, of course, you know, it's to go on bills, but, you know, but though, I like my Phoebe, I like my car, you know, I mean, you know, there was, like, November time, you know, when I had the issues with, you know, getting it through its MOT and needing all new tyres and struts and bulbs and a few other fittings needed doing, and, you know, and then there was the leak and everything else, but, you know, but though, I mean, she's in tip-top shape. And yeah, you know, so I'm happy with life again. You know, I am very, very happy with life. And we all have ups and downs. You know, we all have ups and downs and stuff, and you know, different things going on which can come at us truly left field, like Monday was for me, and you know, and different job contracts in the past have, you know, have ended, you know, a bit, you know, when I thought it was going to be permanent, but it wasn't. And you know, and like when I was in Saudi and I had both my businesses and working full-time as well, doing 20 hours a day, and you know, but though again, you know, I've got my customer service experience, which is, geez, that's come this September, 17 years that I've been doing customer service for. Well, I mean, hell, I've made, apart from a few comments from Lee, I've been chatting to myself. But yeah, but like I say, it's just, I like my home. I like the home that I've got because I'm so central to so many things. I'm central to Preston Town Centre, which means the bus station and the train station. I'm central to motorways, and a good couple of A roads, so I've got different ways of travelling, to family, to friends, and just being able to just get in the car and go, because like last year I did a lot of travelling, just like to Birmingham for a day and to London for a day. I'd set off at like 4 a.m. and then I'd park up in North Finchley for free. And then not have to pay, that congestion charge. I'd then get the tram into London, have a wander around for a few hours, then get back to North Finchley, jump back in my car, and then drive 4 hours back. So I'd get a full day out on a full tank of fuel. Well, maybe just over, maybe just over a full tank of fuel. But like that'd be 40 quid, and. Like even if you bought your train tickets in advance, rather than doing, for a day out, you'd be lucky to pay 60 quid, like I said, on pre-booked train tickets, and you don't have to deal with delays or anything, which is good. And and driving down to Plymouth, geez, that was a long drive. I set off from work at 4 o'clock. So this was last summer. Finished at 4 p.m. On the Friday, drove down, took me 7.5 hours after being at work all day, and got to my auntie and uncle's house, crashed on their sofa that night, 'cause I'd literally called them like 10 minutes before I arrived at them, because I needed to make sure I was going to the right address, and so yeah, so I got there, crashed out, slept for about 6 hours, and then on the I had all day Saturday, I had most of Sunday. I had all day Saturday and Sunday, and then left there at like midnight, which then meant I was then back at work on Monday on time, with having been, with driving all night. Yeah, now that Monday was a very long day. Yeah, that was a very long day, because I had to get my full day in. But yes, so that was good, being able to see them. And and just be able to just do different things, and but yeah, it's great, because I've got family down there, I've got family over in Northern Ireland, which I really need to plan to go and see. I've got some friends that I need to catch up with this year as well, that are in the UK, but they are, but those people are mainly once this whole crisis is over, really. I don't want to be in a situation that's going to be, difficult to come out of, So what's everybody else's plans for the week? What are you all up to anyway? Hey Sash, no, I don't. No, Paul and I don't talk to each other. We've not talked to each other since last summer. We don't communicate. I don't watch him on YouTube. I don't even really know what's going on with him, really, because I'd heard from, I think it was Topping Stream maybe, that he'd gone back up to Blackpool, but that was a while ago, I think, wasn't it? Hey Ronnie, thanks for the like. Oh, has he not, Sash? But you know what though? Maybe he's just getting on with life. Maybe he has settled down a bit. I don't know. But though, like I say, it's, he's not part of my life. So, well, but though, like I said, but though Sash, he's a big boy. Hi Joe, how are you doing, bud? But yeah, but though, that's it. Oh, is he, Joe? But yeah, you know, like I said, haven't heard from him, don't contact him, you know, I've not had any contact with him since last summer. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna I death-haul everything. You know, there's only me that gets in my car. I'm good, thanks, Joe. How are you doing? Thanks for the likes, guys. But yeah, so I've got an unplanned but fully paid week off work pretty much before I start this new job next week. So I get Tuesdays off, so I might end up making Tuesdays my streaming day, you know. Hi Ethan, how are you, buddy? Well, I've gotten home from seeing my mum. So for the people just joining who weren't aware, I unfortunately lost my job on Monday. So I lost my job on Monday, which was quite left field and out of the blue. But I do have a new job starting next Monday. It's a temporary role. It's minimum 12 weeks, which is looking like it is more than likely going to get extended. But it's a 12-week, reprieve. Oh, definitely, Ronnie. You know, that's my view. The recruiter who got me that job, he's getting in touch with the director who actually employed me. So he's actually getting in touch with the director who employed me just to get more feedback, really, of what, of the real reason, if there are any real reasons, just to find out what they are, or just to get me more information. But you know what though, Joe? My nana is exactly the same. She's friggin' stubborn, my nana, and she's got COPD. It's not bad yet. It's bad enough that she's got it, but though it's not bad yet. But though she comes into contact with anyone who, before they start showing like proper symptoms of it, and she like I said, with her chest, she's more vulnerable to it, and we all keep saying to her, look, Nan, we'll go out and do your shopping for you, we'll go out and do all this stuff for you, to be able to, to be able to help you. And she's like, no. I'm going to go out on my Saturdays. I'm going to do my shopping until pretty much someone has stood outside my door with a gun. But yeah, like I said, she's bloody stubborn, but that's where we get it from, really. Because I'm a stubborn pain in the ass. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Ethan, about the job, because I really loved that job. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was quite quiet, really, and it's, especially compared to what I'm used to. And, it wasn't really that fast paced, because with pretty much every single job that I've had, I've always been used to only... Well, exactly, Joe. Exactly. That, and that's another thing. Is that like delivery slots are booked for like the next 12 weeks solid, and and it's just like, well, you know what? You're telling people to self-isolate and to do online shopping as much as possible, but but you go and look at Morrison's, Asda, Tesco's, and Sainsbury's, and all these places that do home delivery, but like they're all booked solid. Regardless of the day of the week you're trying to book it for, it's just booked solid, for weeks and weeks on end, so it's just like, well, you know what, do something to help out these supermarkets, even if it's just like, right, you know what, get extra delivery drivers on, shut it to the public, bomb, or even like stagger the openings. Yeah, I know, Joe, because like, because when people started going mad over toilet roll, that kind of ground my gears a little bit. really, you know, to quote an old colleague, grinds my gears. But like I said, that's kind of, that's really got me, really, you know, because like for me, for example, I'm in a house share with 5 other adults. There's 6 of us in there. But we all do tend to buy our own toilet roll. But those, like, so I was on Amazon last week and I was just like, right, you know what, I'm going to take a look, you know, just to see if they do have any, but also to see what prices they are, you know, because again, because the prices of them are going to go stupid. And there was a pack of like 24 Charmin, something like that, £159 for a pack of 24 Charmin. Wasn't even gold plated, weren't even scented. But though I then ordered 60, just one pack of 60. So my housemates have given me money towards it. It's like, so they've all, so there's 60 rolls and there's 6 of us, and and they've all just gone, right, okay, I'll buy 10 rolls off it. So like I said, so that isn't really like the hoarding, panic buying. Yeah, well, exactly, Joe. Like I said, for me, what I do is I buy. When I get down to my last 2 rolls, I go and buy a pack of 24. Because like I said, because that lasts me like 6 or 8 months. Longer even. Well, yes, like 24 rolls. I go, well, no, I'm not going to be crude and say how much I'm going through, but but like I said, you know what I mean. So 124 pack lasts me between 6 and 8 months. Unless a housemate is caught short, and I'm just like, right, here you go, full, here you go, full roll, and then it's done, it's easily done. But though, like I said, so I've got the 60 pack, which should arrive by tomorrow. But if it hasn't arrived by Monday, then I'll be getting in touch with the supplier. Because we are relying on this really now. Because I'm down to my last 3 rolls, and my other housemates are down to like, their last roll and a half, something like that. But there again, it's just like, well, but there are people out there who literally cannot afford, who are on a very, very tight budget, who cannot afford to bulk buy, who can't afford to buy more than an 4-pack or an 8-pack, because the money is so tight, and like the same goes for formulas, for babies' milk formulas, and for babies' nappies and stuff like that. Yeah, well, like that's what I've done, Joe. But like, so there's people who are on very tight budgets, who can't afford to bulk buy. So when they're going to try and get food for their babies or nappies for their babies, there's people who've been previously, before the supermarket started to put limits on stuff. They've just wiped them all out. It's like, so there are women, well, parents, carers and, and stuff like that, legal guardians, of young, of babies or very young children who need these nappies, who need these formulas, who need these specific foods because they're tiny dots, and they are not physically able to recover their poor babies, after they've had them changed. And and I know that there's terries, those terry nappies, those washable ones and stuff, but though there's even though even those are getting starting to get well, they're already pretty much almost wiped out, because again, people are bulk buying and bulk ordering, and it's just like, right, but you know how much you use in a week, so yes, fine, double up on it, but don't go and buy 4 months worth. But because the person who can only afford to buy 1 pack or 2 pack, or like I said, 2 weeks worth, because of their extremely tight budget, but anyway, I've had this discussion with quite a few people, I'm afraid, like I said, just but like I said, but they'll buy more tin stuff, frozen stuff, because you can soon stock up. Because I was in Asda before, and pretty much like all the unhealthy stuff was gone, but all the healthy stuff piled high. It just goes to say that people are panic buying the wrong stuff as well. They are panic buying, and and it's just like, take a step back. Do you really need 4 massive multi-packs of crisps? because you can make your own. Go and get some potatoes, and just do it that way. But anyway, like for me, especially being in a house share, my storage is extremely limited. I've got 2 cupboards in a kitchen and half a drawer. And in a fridge, I've got a shelf, and in a freezer, I've got a little drawer. So I may be able to bulk buy, but I've got nowhere to store it. I've literally not got the space to store it, and like in a half a mind for me, I'm not going to go and spend 100 quid, 200 quid, or however much it's going to be for me to go and get one in my room for the sake of 2 months. Because I'm not going to be able to get that money back, because as soon as this is all over, I'd be looking to sell it because but also I don't have the space in my room to buy one either, because I've literally not got the space to be, to be doing it, so I do have to almost buy as I go, because I don't have the space, because as soon as something goes to free up the space, I then add it to my list for the next time I'm going shopping, for me to restock up on it, but I can't. Like I said, for me, it's not even that I'm on a budget, or at least not an extremely tight budget. It's that I physically do not have the space to store it, and neither do my other 5 housemates. Like I said, that there are literally no spaces for us to store because we don't have access to the attic, for example. Because if we did have access to the attic, like a lot of us have got suitcases in our bedrooms and stuff, because we don't have access to the attic to put them up there to then create more other space, to be able to stock up on a few more things at the moment. But hey ho, we just need to stop being sheep sometimes, and just help other people out, because like the neighbours on either side. Oh, you're telling me, Joe, but like, so my neighbours either side of me, they, so one side, it's an elderly couple. They've both been told to self-isolate because they've got bad chests anyway, and like I take them shopping each week. And then the neighbours on the other side of me, so the neighbours on the other side of me, they are all students. But pretty much all of them have gone home bar one of them, who has been showing symptoms of coronavirus. So, so for that, I've just said to them, I was just like, look, I was speaking to them through the door, bless them. And I've just said, look, what do you need? I can go and attempt to find it, and we'll sort it out, we'll sort out the money and whatever another time, I've been able to get it. So I've been able to go out, like I said, get the neighbours either side of me, they're shopping. I went and did that yesterday, because I went and got everything that and luckily I managed to be able to pick up everything that both sides asked for. And, but though, bless the old couple, bless the Thompsons who live next to me, the old couple, bless their hearts, because they were just like, right, here's the money. And I was just like, no, I'm not taking money off of you for anything, we'll sort it out once everything's over with. They're like, no, here's the money for the shopping. So begrudgingly I took the money, like I said, for me to spend on the shopping for them. And then, but like, so when I got back, there was a little note stuck on the front door, because I said, so they saw my car pull up, and then I saw them open the door, stick a note on it, then close it. And when I then got up to their door, it basically just said, reach through the letterbox for a key. Because they'd put it on a string for me, and they were just like, look, we've just Dettoled everywhere. We're going to keep ourselves in the living room. If you could just put it in the kitchen for us, just go straight through to the kitchen, put the carry bags on the side, and then leave again. So I did, but though, when I got in the kitchen to put the bags on the sides for them, there was an envelope with my name on it, and there was 30 quid in there for them to say thank you. I left it, I'm not going to take money off of them, because they're unable to get out. It's not, because like I said, I take them every week shopping anyway, and for them, like, I take them shopping every week, and then so like I said, so I take them shopping on a Saturday morning. And then on a Saturday afternoon, they lost their daughter a few years back. So on a Saturday, so every other Saturday afternoon, I take them up to their daughter's grave. And it, you know, but though that is those two outings, you know, it's like, so it's their shopping every Saturday morning, and then every other Saturday afternoon to go to their daughter's grave. They're the only outings that they get, you know, because they're in their 80s now, and you know they are slower moving and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, it's like I said, so for them, their whole lives. Hi, Shell, how are you doing? You know, so their whole lives is that house, you know, and the little bit of joy that they get from the garden, you know that they have the son come round and help with. But their son, he lives in London, so he can only get up one weekend a month because of the hours that he does, you know. It's like I said, so he does all of like the man jobs, if you know what I mean, you know, like I then take them shopping every weekend, you know, and stuff like that. But like I said, it's their only outing, bless them, you know, but like I said, for them, they can't bulk buy, you know, they can't leave the house, you know, at the moment, you know, because they are so unwell, you know, like I've been going to their daughter's grave for them, you know, just to keep on top of it, you know, to go and drop the flowers off that they like to drop off every other week, and you know, and the little, you know, just general upkeep of the grave for them, you know, because I said, because they can't get there to do it, you know, well, they, you know, but they can't leave the house. How are you doing, Shell, anyway? Oh, well, like my cousin's girlfriend, she's pregnant as well. She's 16 weeks, 15 weeks, 16 weeks, and she's having to work from home because she's with her job, she's fortunate enough to be able to take it home with her. But you know, but there's like, so like my cousin, he's just got back from the Falklands with his part of the military, and she went and picked him up. And then when they got back to the house, she's basically on lockdown. And he put, because we've got a family WhatsApp chat, and he put a little, so basically he was recording, he was just like, lockdown, 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 basically singing at her. And then she just looked at the window quite forlorn, and she was just like, looking out the window, because she knows while he's home, she won't be allowed outside. So she told him to piss off and go, you know, she wrote Melissa, she's like, right, piss off, I've had enough now. I know, Shell, I know, it is, you know, it is a bummer, you know, because, you know, because it's, you know, it's what you do. Thanks for all the likes, guys, I do appreciate it. Wow, 61 viewers, hello everybody. Yeah, but though, Shell, I mean, potentially in a month, you know, they might say, you know, we're over the worst of it, you know, people who are not showing any symptoms. Thanks, Marty. Yeah, thanks, guys, you know, and thanks for everyone who's just been listening to me on my tirades tonight. I know there's been a couple. Well, but like the 24-hour stores, they're all like shutting from like 10, 11 p.m. until like 6 a.m. So they can restock with the deliveries that they get, you know, because everywhere's just empty, because, you know, because there's so many members of staff, who are, you know, they're on limited staff because there's so many people. Oh yeah, that's true, Shell. But like I said, they're on very limited staff because there's people who are having to either self-isolate because of themselves, or they live with vulnerable people, or they're pregnant, or again they've got kids and stuff like that. So like I said, so they've got other people that they might need to look after who've got it, so then they're putting themselves in that danger, really, of potentially catching it. Potentially catching it. But I did, I was told something today by my auntie. Now, she's got asthma, so she gets the flu jab every year, for free, because she's in one of those risk groups. And So when she was having her flu jab back in October, November, whenever they start releasing it, prioritising the people who need it first. Basically the nurse practitioner, whoever it was who gave her the flu jab, basically what he'd said was, this covers you for quite a few strains, but not the new one. So did they know back then what was happening? Did they know something was coming? Because there's no way that, with everything going on. But who knows? It could just be that there was a new strain, just of genuine flu at the time. Not this COVID stuff. I really am happy for you, Shell. Not with having to forcefully not go to work at the moment, but yeah, you're living your best life. Yeah, definitely, Shell. And I know you're gonna go stir crazy. Basically, not being allowed to go out. Unless it's absolutely necessary. But yeah, no, like I said, for me, I know I couldn't agree more, Marty. With everything else going on, it's... but though, take up knitting. Baby will have all sorts of stuff to wear. Right, guys, I'm going to head off inside now because it is 8:30. Oh, you've just sent shivers up my spine, Shell. Oh, I know, Joe. I've seen it. You've just sent shivers up my spine, and not the nice kind. Oh, but though, guys, I'm going to head on in. It has been lovely talking to you all. And no doubt I'm going to, but though, no doubt I'm going to get super bored before I start this job next week. And I will more than likely be streaming again from my car or from town or from somewhere anyway. So have a good evening, everybody. And just stay safe, and excuse me. That was a genuine sneeze. I don't have it. There was a post on... Right, before I go, I'll leave you guys with this. Well, two things I want to leave you with. So, saw a post on Facebook the other day. Oh, remember the time when you used to cough to cover a fart? Now people have to fart to cover a cough. That's number one. And then the second one, so through going through and getting registered earlier at this new company, I was on my way back to the car, and because I parked in a multi-storey, and I was in the lift going back up to the car. There was a youngish woman, probably about my age, in the lift, and she looked a bit stressed and a bit frazzled, but though she was just like, you know what? I've fucking had enough of all these people bulk buying. I've just had to go into bastard Ann Summers to go and buy some full language, to go and buy some pasta. It's friggin' penis shaped. What the hell am I going to tell the kids? That it's cherries? She was outraged. Having to go to Ann Summers to go and get pasta to feed her kids. Penis pasta to go and feed her kids with. That did make me chuckle. But though, guys, at least you know that Ann Summers has got pasta. So if you're really, really stuck for it, go to Ann Summers. They'll have some cherry pasta for you. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you with those now. Have a lovely evening, and I shall stream later on in the week. Bye, guys.